there, everybody. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. It is Wednesday, September 3rd, late afternoon right now, just about 4 p.m., and I wanted to take a moment to extend the forecast, take a deep dive into what is heading our way. I think the big story of the day is haze. If you have been outside in western Washington or anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, you have seen just how hazy the skies are today. I do want to take you outside, show you what we're seeing this afternoon. Yeah, wow, it is definitely hazy out there. Everett actually shows a little more blue on that blue sky, but our Tacoma camera, usually you would be able to see Mount Rainier there off in the distance, but that is not the case right now. Gosh, it is so darn hazy out there. We see it from our Queen Anne camera overlooking downtown Seattle as well. A little bit of blue out there, but definitely we are seeing some haze. AQIs are in the moderate range right now for most of us around Puget Sound. Actually, up to the north, it looks like around Bellingham, we did just drop into the unhealthy for sensitive groups range. This air quality that we're seeing right now, I do expect this to continue into tomorrow. So a very similar day is expected, not only AQI, but also temperatures from Wednesday into Thursday. Let's take a look at the smoke. We'll start with the upper levels of the atmosphere. So this isn't necessarily what we're breathing in, but this is definitely contributing to that haze and also having an impact on our temperatures as well. This is what we're seeing as of Wednesday evening. You see those dark reds and purples around the southern Olympic Peninsula, also around Mount Rainier and Wenatchee as well. Oh my goodness, look at Wenatchee. Let's let that play out into tomorrow. We see that rotation moving air from the south to the north. That'll push a lot of that haze up to the north into our Thursday afternoon. So that's the upper levels. Now let's take a look at the lower levels of the atmosphere. This is our Wednesday evening. We are seeing certainly some thicker haze around the sound, not quite as bad along the coast as of Wednesday evening. But let's take a step forward into Thursday. Thursday afternoon, it's a similar situation. So what that means is pretty much everybody is expecting to see that moderate air quality. We could see some areas like we're seeing right now drop into the unhealthy for sensitive groups range. Speaking of haze and fires, we also have heat and the risk for new fires to start. A lot of watches and warnings have been issued across the Pacific Northwest. A lot of it is in eastern Washington and also into northern Idaho as well, Montana as well. You can see also into Oregon. So really everywhere in the Northwest has some sort of alert in place right now. Let's walk you through it. This is an air quality alert. This is honestly, well, we did just include Kennewick in it, so that does mean that pretty much all of eastern Washington is included in this alert. This is going to be until further notice, with AQIs definitely looking very likely to get into the unhealthy range, fairly widespread. So eastern Washington is certainly feeling the worst of the bad air quality. As we head into our Thursday, it's going to be very similar to today. We're going to have a few more clouds that pass through, but still temperatures will stay in the 70s through the afternoon, and we will see 70s into the 80s for the afternoon highs. Here's a look at our highs for Thursday. 70s along the water, Puget Sound, for western Whatcom and Skagit counties. The San Juans are right around the 70-degree marker, 80s as we push inland. Heading down to Snohomish County, right around that 80-degree marker, and then a lot warmer as we head inland into the foothills. Also looking at temperatures around the 70-degree marker, give or take, for Island County. For Kitsap and King counties, we are in the 80s, a few areas getting into the upper 80s, but overall 80s dominate. And then same thing down to the south, Pierce and Thurston counties are in those mid to upper 80s for Thursday. That's the stories we had down I-5 over along the coast, not only the south coast, but also the north coast as well. Temperatures will be in the 60s, 70s, and into the 80s for the rest of the peninsula. As we look forward in the next couple of days, our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will honestly be very similar, especially in the temperature department. We'll see temperatures into the 80s with some mid to upper 80s possible. Keep in mind, normal for this time of year is 75 degrees. That's where we typically sit for this time of the year. So we are sitting above average once we see those 80s. We will be cooling to below average into the weekend. And that is going to be accompanied by some rain chances. Not anything super major for the next couple of days. I want to show you the zoomed in look first. This is our Thursday afternoon. There's that sunshine. You saw a couple passing clouds for the lowlands. We do have a couple storms that could bubble up over the Cascades. Not necessarily moisture. It's not a lot of rain affiliated with this, but some instability could cause some lightning strikes. That will continue into Friday as well, but we're going to increase a little more cloud cover for the lowlands on Friday. So we still could see some isolated showers over our higher elevations, maybe a little bit of drizzle along the coast as early as Friday, but it's just a few clouds on Friday. Same thing into Saturday. We're going to increase that cloud cover for the lowlands, a couple showers that will get sucked up by the higher elevations and also the coast as well. Now let's take a look at the low resolution model and take it a step beyond that, a little bit farther into next week. This is a look at Wednesday afternoon. We're still sitting under that ridge of high pressure, but that is going to back off here as we head into the weekend. And that's what lets some of these weak disturbances brush through, starting as early as Saturdays when we have some chances for sprinkles. It's not going to do too much. There's not a lot of organization with this, not a lot of moisture with this, but what it does is just increases that cloud cover. We see a couple light rain chances as early as Saturday during the day. Then we take a step forward into early next week. Here's Tuesday evening. At this point, we're going to kick a lot more moisture into the Pacific Northwest. Still not a lot of organization with this, but we do have a much better shot for rain starting as early as Tuesday. But those sprinkle and spotty shower chances will start as early as Saturday. So you see that on our 7-day forecast. Temperatures are going to cool down during that time frame. We have the warm and hazy conditions through about Friday, and then we'll see that transition start into the weekend. A few sprinkles are possible, but overall it'll stay dry, just cloudy and cooler as well. And then into early next week, Tuesday into Wednesdays, when we have a much better shot at some rain heading our way. So we will keep an eye on that. But one of the things that the rain does look to do is help clean out our air quality as well. So that will be one of the benefits of this rain, is helping clean out some air. We always love a little bit of rain this time of the year, especially as things are at their peak dryness. So that rain will definitely help mitigate that fire risk.